Well, I guess we're live just as the nick of time. I'm so glad to see you, Yasmine, in the background. And so let's kick this off with some hope, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Life's Milkshake Moment with health coach Joe D.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited about kicking this off with you. I'll tell you what, this has been a work in progress and a wonderful work in progress with my lovely guests because there is hope. There is hope in this world. There is hope with what we are doing because this cadre of people that are coming together on the 28th of August are all health changers. Who out there wants to change their health? I know myself, it is a constant thing that is on my mind, on my heart. I'm Jody Bear, and it is my honor to bring this Life's Milkshake Moment to you with this amazing guest. Many of you know me, a small town girl from Montana who just wanted to sing, but health was my passion when I saw my mother absolutely be devastated with the traumatic news when she was 63. I was in my 20s. I was going to have no parents. My dad died prematurely. My mother now with stage 4 pancreatic and liver cancer. And I scoured my library in Montana for anything, something that would allow my life, my mother's life, to be longer than the 6 weeks to live diagnosis. And that's when my path began. We had a victory when she lasted and had her hair come back, her eyes gleam. And yes, she had 3 years of life. And she looked at me, and this is now 42 years later. She said, Jody, take to the world what you have given to me. And then now we are with COVID, Clubhouse. Look at what I've been given in my guest today, Dr. Yasmine. I mean, if it hadn't been for COVID, I'm going to add you to the screen. There you are, my dear. I want to hear you. Can I hear you?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Oh yeah. So check this out. Check this out, gang. Talk about law of attraction. Look at your beautiful face. I mean, I just knew that she was part of the Hungry to Speak family. She's a best-selling author. I knew that she was on, Good Morning this and Good Morning that. She's been in the Huffington Post. And I started reading her bio on Clubhouse. And then, Yasmine, you reached out to me. I mean, she's one of the top 3 psychologists, gang, in New York City. I didn't say Laurel, Montana, not putting my hometown down, but New York City. Did I say New York City? Like they said in the Pace Picante thing, New York City. Not only that, but she just has such an identity and such a story and such a passion for living. She is a woman who is on a mission, but she has balance and she lives her life in mental holistic wholeness. She has a beautiful family. She's over now in Europe for the summer. Now, isn't that kind of the law of attraction you want? But this is what I know. Yasmine, I was reading your biography. I got to say, I'm going, and you reached out to me. I am just humbled and honored. So namaste afternoon. Thank you for partnering with me, my dear, on this, not only this Life's Milkshake Moment, but this kickoff for our Health Changer Summit on the 28th of August. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Jody, for having me. I'm so excited for our Health Changer Summit. It's going to be awesome.
So please share with our audience, my partner from across the pond until you get back to New York. But, what was your story and how you became a health changer? Would you please?
Of course, of course. So thank you for this opportunity. So I have a very unique journey. Um, and it stemmed back to my childhood memories. I grew up, with a civil war in Lebanon, so with bombs all around me. So at a very early age, I witnessed my mother going through the fear of death, going through the anxiety, and everywhere we moved, we had so much stress because we moved to Greece, and in Greece there were tragic earthquake where I remember hiding under the table. I remember I had so much memories that very early on I was confronted with big emotion of angst, of terror, and seeing my mother go through it and seeing her pain. So the love for my mother, witnessing her pain, and my natural intuition of healing her led to this path. I think my mother became in a lot of pain. She lost her country, she lost her family. There's so much loss that happened. And I saw her and witnessed it. And I tried so hard to make her feel better because as a daughter, you want your mother to be happy. And so naturally, life was my field. I became a psychologist because I thought this is what I like to do. I like to help people. And when at a very early age, you learn, how to deal with heavy emotion, how to transform them as an adult, it comes very easy to me right now. And so that's why right now people see me and seek me because I have a comforting presence. I'm able to transform emotions and very heavy negative emotion. I have learned to transform them and use them. I feel like my own journey was about empowering me towards my path. So people might look at it traumatic. There was no trauma whatsoever. It was just setting me forth towards my path.
And look at you wanted to heal your mother. I wanted to heal my mother. I mean, my singing voice way back when I was 5, when I said, I'm going to use the Southern phrase, I learned I could sing, I could sing, I could sing. And that soulful singing of mine lifted my mother out of her depression, being a young widowed mother, but thinking that you transformed your pain, your trauma into this. And why I know, and guys, I got to just read this list to you. I don't usually read, but I got to do this. Good Day New York, Good Day Sacramento, live broadcast. She's Huffington Post, Thrive Global, the National Psychologist, the American Psychological Association, the Good Trade, Spark People, IGNet, Rocket Homes, the Revive, whatever, Newsbreak, Well Plus Good and Very Well Mind. I mean, Madison Park Psychological Services was your vision. And boy, you created that vision. Look where it went. And for right now, with these times, how important are you in this world with heavy emotions to take that anxiety and stress? So I'm just kind of curious. I mean, I know you've got a schedule like crazy. You're going to be on with our own Les Brown here on a summit later on in about 45 minutes. So you squeeze this in, and we are all a part of the Hungry to Speak family. You are part of his compilation book, weren't you? You're also in the Ignite the Hunger in You, like I will be. And if you want any information about this, just reach out to everyone. I wanted to make sure I got your IG handle. It's at Dr. Yasmine Saad, correct?
Or at Madison Park Psych. That's where I post more things. Madison Park Site, PSYCH. That's where
Gotcha.
I'm very active. The other one, okay, it's not as active.
Okay, I've got you out there, and I've got you just so. I mean, talk about just people coming together. My heart is so full because I feel your energy. I feel you. Tell everybody where you are right now. That would be kind of fun.
Oh, yes. This is my vacation spot. I'm in Spain right now. I'm in Spain enjoying life.
With your daughter, and just been over in Europe, you're doing some writing. And why did you reach out to me and say, Jody, we need to do this summit?
I mean, I believe this is the time right now. People are struggling and they do not know how to deal with the heavy emotions that are in the air. There's anxiety, there's the fear of the unknown, how to deal with your health. Health right now is so important, and it's the time that people learn how to deal with their mind, their body, what's happening in their life at all levels. So I believe this is very important timing for this summer.
And I've just got to say one more time, I'm so honored that you reached out to me. I'm going, oh wow. And then when I read your resume, I'm going, oh, double wow. I'm humbled. So, you know, we've got a great bevy of just professionals, all professionals in the health related industry. But I want to go in and what is your message? I've got a feeling what it is, but I would love you to spend just a few minutes and tell our audience here, what is your message going to be for our health changers?
My message is everything that happens to you in your life, in your mind, and in your body is here to wake up something and direct you forward in your path in a more empowered way. And I think a lot of people get stuck in the hurt, in the negative emotion, negative physical pain, emotional pain, negative thoughts, and cannot see that this is here to propel them. So I'm here to show you how everything is connected and how to entangle it so that you can move forward in an empowered and productive way.
I'm just seeing that airplane and that propeller. That airplane can't take off unless it has a great propeller by Dr. Yasmine.
I love it.
You are the propeller. You are the propeller, and you propelled us in so many ways. And there's some people from Clubhouse. There are others that are part of our Hungry to Speak family. You'll be hearing at 6 p.m. This is our doubleheader today because obviously, Dr. Yasmine, was going to be midnight for you over in Spain. But tonight is going to be Monica Zanz, who's going to be talking about mental strength. That's going to be her topic. Raquel McDermott is a life coach, a very long-time friend of mine, going to be talking about pushing through emotional trauma. Marcy Cody talks about healthy aging. I can say being 67, I want to know about healthy aging. She says, either you die young or you grow old. Let's make a good. And then Dion Davis is going to round out our speakers at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And he is going to be talking about spiritual mindset. He's an ordained minister with a master's in theology, which it's all 6 pillars, isn't it? I mean, Dr. Yasmine, it's spiritual, mental, emotional, which you deal. I put that right underneath the spiritual. Then we go into physical, social, and financial. So, and also, ladies and gentlemen, I put the link for our tickets. Tickets are available. They're $49, and the proceeds go to backtobackkids.com, backtoback4kids.com, which is our Kenyan orphanage, which was absolutely decimated from COVID. They had no funds. You know, how many people do you know that just had nothing? And so I just want to have one more question for you, to not just make this, yes, it is an ad for us because we want to help these kids. They've had nothing, and it's a great sense to do that. But Dr. Yasmine, I mean, you've gone from this emotional pain. You just kind of glossed over that. I grew up, you know, in the middle of Lebanon, my country being bombed. I mean, that was kind of like, okay. And then I moved on. I mean, you had tremendous emotional pain. You hear people talking about PTSD in this COVID era, just tremendous anxiety and stress, and even, you know, near suicide. And you can come on here with your yellow top and just looking like, oh, I'm just enjoying Spain and enjoying life. What are some of the wisdom tips, 2 or 3 wisdom tips that you can give our audience right here, right now, from that beautiful heart of yours?
Anytime. So the first tip is do not judge what you're going through, and do not give it weight either. Observe it and try to see, what do you need to heal yourself? If you're in a lot of pain, you might need a lot of love. How can you get it? Can you get it from yourself to yourself, from people around you? How can you get it? If you're feeling very lonely right now, what do you need? You need good company, maybe from you to you. You can be your own company or someone, but whatever pain you're struggling with, it's here to show you what you need, what is missing. So don't get into, I'm worthless, I'm a failure, I'm lonely. Don't go down that spiral. Just observe that pain and ask yourself, what is it here to tell me? And what do I need to heal it? And don't judge it. It's here to bring you to the next level of growth. You will learn so much more through this pain than without it. Unfortunately, as human beings, you remember painful moments, and they are here to propel you way much more than positive moments. So if you can see it just this way, and I'm totally proof of it. My life, I've been having, a life full of, intense experience. I've experienced most things: terror, loneliness, loss of country, loss of home. I've experienced it all. But now I understand it was all to help me build myself, build my life from the inside out. And I believe it's the same for everyone. It's just a matter of being able to see it.
And I love hearing those childlike screams behind there, which is your wonderful, wonderful little, how old is she?
She's 7.
Oh, I have a
And
7-year-old
she's with her
granddaughter.
cousins. Yeah, and she's with her cousins having fun.
Yes, and that that childhood scream, because it's always, as a musician, it's really intense and it's really that high pitch. So think about that high pitch, that frequency of that joy. I think about our Les Brown and what he says. It's necessary. It is necessary. No one can do your life like you. You must have full accountability and responsibility to do your life. No one can do it but you. And that's what we will teach when we go into those whispers of our wisdom. Those wisdom moments are what give us hope. That's why Life's Milkshake Moment is all about hope. You could have changed that life milkshake moment of being, and lived back that I grew up with my country being bombed. I grew up with, because I know your story, that I was hoping to have a child, but you didn't stay stuck. You listened to the wisdom of your whispers, and you found that hope to make many, many life's milkshake moments with everyone. And, think about pain, ladies and gentlemen, pain to love, from loneliness to company. We're going to have great company on the 28th of August. And I just feel so grateful. When I spelled it, did you notice, Yasmine, I spelled it grateful, Great. You are great.
I love it.
I'm so grateful for you. So bring us on home with your whispers of your wisdom, would you please?
I love this. Well, first of all, you are great. I'm so grateful for you. And I believe in life there are no coincidences. Everything that happens to you happens for your own good. Now, it might not feel good, but it's meant to propel you. You just talked about my story about, how a miscarriage led me to my vision, my group practice, integrating Eastern and Western. So this is, how it all comes together. So look, can you see the love of life behind your pain? Can you look at past pain and see where it brought you? Because most people who have moved on from pain can tell you, I can see now what it brought me. When you're in the midst of pain, there's no way you can know that. But once you're past it, you realize. And then you want to keep that wisdom for you for the future.
I mean, and your wisdom is beyond your years. And Marcy Haynes just said, Cody just said, amen. Hello, Marcy. And so just get ready to propel your life, taking off on that airplane with my co-host and partner, Dr. Yasmine Saad. Come back at 6 p.m. tonight Follow us on Instagram with these great healing practitioners. And Dr. Yasmine, I'm going to just do a play on words. Well said, Dr. Saad.
You're funny. My last name is like the emotion Saad, but in Arabic it means happiness. So it's always the yin and yang. So it's a nice play of word. I have a different one that is also, it's yin and yang. Love it.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say, well said, happy Dr. Saad. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now. See you tonight.